Guys, I'm just chiming in into the video before it starts. I did not show you guys how to make this curriculum. Bring it back in. So I do want to show you before you guys see what the handwriting curriculum that I created looks like. So the way that you do it is just get by yourself or your child a compositional notebook. You can either get something like this or something like this. I will be using papers from a compositional notebook, which is this one. And this is how you would do the name one. So you either can write your date. Let me zoom in here. You can write the date to see like where your child was at a couple months ago or a week ago. So you can write the date either in this side or this side. I don't know what the date is, so let's just call it my birthday. So my birthday is October 5th, 1996, and first thing you do is write name because they're going to be practicing their name first. Bring that closer. And the next thing you want to do is just make lines. My lines are going to look really, really bad because I don't really care about how they look like. Let's move this back a little bit. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So your child would be writing their name 4 times. So my name is Aracel, so I just write my name. And having the line there not only separates the name, but it also helps your child know that some letters have to go down and some letters don't. So I don't really mind sharing my last name, so there you go. And your child would do that. I'm just butchering the handwriting, I apologize. But your child would do this 4 times. Okay. When they're first starting out, you can do it 2, 3, but I would do it at least 4 times the most for really young children. Next thing is for the letters, and this is going to go the same thing for the numbers. You're just going to write the date again, or don't write the date if you don't want. And for short, you can write ABC. For the number, you are going to do the number system, or you can write number and in the same corner. And there's 20, oh my god, I almost butchered. There's 26 letters in the alphabet, so you're going to create 26 little boxes. So, oops. There you go. Your child, you tell them, okay, I want you today to write lowercase letters. So they will go A, B, C, D, E. That was a bad E. E, F. So you would just have your child continue with all the letters, and same thing with the numbers. Your child will be, let's say for really young kids, you give them numbers 1 through 10, so they would just go in a different page, not the same one. Like that. And that's just the way that I would do it for, that I will make the curriculum if you're interested in making it yourself. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I made my own homeschool my own homeschool writing curriculum. I made this back when the kids were in pre-K, and I am back at it again using it for our summer curriculum for kindergarten going to first grade. So before I open the notebooks, because obviously they're in a little notebook, I am going to be covering the kid's last name with the American flag. So if you do see this, it's because I'm trying to cover it because I don't know how to blur out things. And even if I blur it out, I feel like sometimes blurring out like names and stuff like that may not work really good, especially for the protection of children. So I will be covering it, with the American flag, or the states, which one. So the reason why I made this curriculum, why am I bleeding? I'm literally bleeding. Can you see that? You can't really see that, but I'm bleeding. The first reason why I made this is because when I first started teaching the twins, I was doing it kind of like a experiment to see if it was gonna work. I wasn't really like going to really homeschool them. I was taking care of my cousins until my aunt. Why am I moving? But this is so uncomfortable. I was taking care of my cousins, the 3 kids, because the twins have an older brother, during the summer of last year. So I've been doing this for a year and a half already. And I started, like I said, like an experiment. It wasn't really something serious. I was never actually going to homeschool them. I was taking care of them until I found a new job. And I, like I said, decided to homeschool them. I will be making a totally different video on why I decided to homeschool, and then answering a couple of questions that I see other homeschool parents or teachers answer. But I did not, because I didn't really know if I was going to do this seriously. I didn't want to spend any money, so I made everything myself. So everything that I first used with the twins for pre-K / beginning kindergarten, I was using, I made it all by myself. It was DIY. So I'm gonna stop talking and show you guys how I made my own handwriting curriculum. So I don't recommend using this when you're first starting to teach your kids handwriting. The first thing that I recommend is getting a like a blank piece of paper, laminating it or putting it into a sheet protector, and then getting a expo marker or a dry erase marker, and just having your children trace over letters. So let's say you write the name David in pencil, and then you just have them like trace it, right? And they do that every single day until you notice that they're like the lines are becoming a lot better, that they're getting the hang of it. Also, you can get online. Let's see if I can find it. Let's go to Google. You can get online these things. So Printable ABC Letters or worksheets. So you just get stuff like this. Can you see that? Let me zoom in. So you can get this, print it out, put it into a sheet protector or laminate it, and like this is what laminating means. And you literally just have your child trace that until you notice that they got the hang of the letter formation. And then this is when you would then move into this curriculum that I'm going to show you. So the only thing you would need is a pencil and then a notebook and then a marker. You can either use a expo marker or you can use a black marker. It really depends on you. And you need a notebook. You can easily buy these notebooks in the dollar store for really, really cheap. So I'm gonna show you David's because David has not actually started it yet. So I just show you. So the way that I made it is, first of all, you can't read that because I obviously butchered the name, but the kids know what they're supposed to do because again they did this since the beginning of pre-K. So here is supposed to say name, and then you just make lines. Again, mine looks bad because the kids are used to it. And they will literally just grab a pencil and just write their name, first and last name. In the beginning, if they don't know how to write their last name, just have them write their first name. So David, 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 David. In the next page, you have ABC. So you can either have them write ABC's lowercase or uppercase. So you would just start here and go A, B, and have your child write that. In the beginning, this is not like a mastery handwriting curriculum. So your child is not going to like have the neatest handwriting ever, but they're going to learn how to form letters. And when you have a young child and you want to teach them something, constant repetition is the most important thing ever. Because if you just do it once for a really long period of time, the child is not going to learn how to do it. But if you do it every single day for a short period of time, 5 minutes a day, the child is going to master it. So again, like I said, just have the child write ABCs all the way to Z. And then we have numbers here. And for the young kids, you can have them do numbers 1 through 10, 1 through 5. I had the kids write numbers 1 through 20 since the beginning, because I thought that that was way more important than number 1 through 5, because that's super easy. So I had them write 1 through 20, and they just do these 3 pages a day. Super simple. And then the next day they do the same thing, 3 pages a day. When you're first starting out, you don't have to make this many little boxes to write the name. You can easily make 3 boxes, and then as the kid gets better and better, you can let me put this camera down a second. One second. As the kid gets better when forming letters, you can make it a lot longer and make a lot more boxes. So yeah, that is what it looks like, and you just do that in all the pages. This literally would take you less than 20 minutes, and you have your own writing curriculum. And it says summer. Can you see that? Here is because we are going to be using this as our extra handwriting curriculum for the summer. I'm going to switch the camera and cover the Monique's last name so I can show you how she does it. Okay, so obviously her handwriting is a lot more better. I don't have the notebooks that I used when I first started with them, but I wish I kept it. If I did keep it, I'm pretty sure maybe if I did keep it, I would show you guys in another video, or maybe I'll add it to the end of this video, but I don't think I have it. I think I threw it out because this was literally about 1.5 years ago. So this is how they do it. So she would just write her name, and as you see, sometimes like the kids would write it so ugly, and sometimes they would write it really neat. And since the beginning of teaching them handwriting, I was really strict with them. I was not playing around. I was not letting them write like chicken scrap. I wanted, decent handwriting. It doesn't need to look like college and high school and college handwriting, but it needed to look decent enough that I can read it. And like I said, I wish I had the notebooks. And if I do have other clips of their handwriting, I would definitely add it to this video. But I don't think I do because I deleted a lot of them, or I just can't find them. But this is what she does. So she writes her first name and her last name. And again, let me switch the camera. And then the second page is ABCs. So what she does is I'll tell her whether or not she has to write lowercase or uppercase letters, and usually I let her do it. And as you see, you can already see a mistake. For example, she tries to rush it, so she wrote a lowercase. So she sometimes rushes this and doesn't do it like she's supposed to, but most of the time she does it right. But that's ABCs. Next is numbers. You just have them again write until numbers 1 through 5, 1 through 10, 1 through 15, 1 through 20. It really depends on you and your child's capability of writing numbers. But now, because they're a lot more older, I just have them write until the box N, and this last box was 35. Let me switch the camera. As you see here, she actually wrote all the uppercase letters. Here she wrote until 25. And yeah, we just continue doing that every single day. And as you see, for a kindergartner, her handwriting is really good. Her handwriting always been really good, but this not only improves your child's handwriting because they're constantly doing it over and over again, but also it just gets them to learn the order of letters, the order of numbers, the order of how the letters in their names go. And it just works. I definitely recommend, if you do like this curriculum, just buy a notebook in the dollar store, get yourself a marker and a pencil, and make your own curriculum. Super easy, and you don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on curriculum. You can easily make your own. Like I said, I'm going to be making a video about how to do homeschool on a budget, because I've done it before in the beginning, and it works. It works. You don't have to spend so much money on curriculum and workbooks for kids. I have seen in educational websites handwriting curriculums ranging from $5 all the way to $30 and $40, and these curriculums are not good. They're not teaching your children how to write. In my opinion, I rather make my own. Handwriting is one of those subjects that you don't need a curriculum for. You can easily make it your own, and it's super easy. I do have on my Instagram a post from really long time ago talking about how I taught handwriting. Again, it's really old, so I do have new things. If you guys want a video about that, how to teach handwriting to kids in upper grades, like not upper grades, but after pre-K, if you want to learn how to teach handwriting. This also works good. The kids are in their summer school for first grade. And they're doing this because this is kind of like a review and taking them back to what they used to do when they were younger. But also, this is also not only taking them back, but also improving their handwriting because they get to practice every day. But this is not the only handwriting we use. Like I mentioned, David has not touched this because he does work on copy work from the Alpha Phonics curriculum. And I'm not sure if I showed you guys this whole thing, but by doing this is what David's handwriting used to look like. I can actually show you. This is lesson 2 in the why am I stuttering? This is lesson 2 in the Alpha Phonics, and this is how David used to write. Really like kindergarten handwriting, not neat at all. Look at that. Like, and I was not strict with him at all. I was like, okay, he's learning how to write. And also, I introduced these notebooks at an early level time or level because I wanted the kids to get used to it, because eventually in 2nd and 3rd grade, like when they get older, they're going to be using these notebooks to handwrite and to write essays. So I wanted them to get used to the small little boxes. Schools will give kids like these notebooks with these like really huge lines, and then the child has a hard time transitioning into these type of notebooks because they never like got the hang of it. But me, I went straight to notebooks like this, so they can get used to writing really small. So as you see, his handwriting was all over the place. It was not that neat. And if you notice, like this is lesson 11, and his handwriting for a kindergartner, like it amazed me. Like I'll just show you. Look at that. It's incredible what, you know, this curriculum can do. Because again, like I said, I used this curriculum before I even started this. So this is how your child will be writing if you use not only a notebook like this, but you do my curriculum, my handwriting curriculum. And there's days where he can write really ugly because that's what he does. But there's days where he can write really neat and really nice. Look at that. I know not every kid is going to go as fast as David and Monique did, but you just have to put all your work on it. Don't give up, because your child is not going to improve if you give up on him. I remember like thinking to myself, oh my god, David is never gonna get better at handwriting. His handwriting looks so bad. It was not improving. It took him so long, but as you see, eventually it improves. So if you are going to be using the Alpha Phonics workbook to teach reading, I definitely recommend to get your child a notebook, a compositional notebook, and have them do copy work for the lessons. If you get the teacher's manual, it tells you when to do copy work, so you don't have to just, you know, randomly guess when to do copy work. But again, this is not about this. This is about this curriculum that I made. Check it out, you know, with your kid, see if it works, and if it does, this may be the best curriculum out there to teach handwriting, in my opinion. But again, I recommend first teaching them how to write letters. So using a practice sheet with a marker is the best way to start. And then when you notice that, you know, their letters is at least looking a little bit straight, they got the hang of how each letter is formed, transition them into this curriculum. In my opinion, this is the best curriculum out there that I have used, because obviously I haven't used any other ones. But if you guys like this, you guys enjoy this video, and you think that this curriculum may work for you, let me know in the comments below if you're gonna try this curriculum. I do want to know, you know, who tries it, and if you do decide to try this curriculum, send me pictures on my Instagram. I'll link my Instagram down below, and if I forget, this is my Instagram, and that is not an A. ECA homeschool. That's my Instagram, so if you do decide to use this curriculum, let me know. This is my own curriculum. I did not get it from anybody else. I made it all by myself. So if you do decide to use this curriculum, please give me credit, because I worked hard on making stuff like this for you guys, and I'm sharing it for other homeschool parents, because I do want them to know that you don't have to go out and buy a curriculum for your child for handwriting. You can make it all on your own for free. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.